Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well and welcome to the platform of CodeChef. So today we're gonna be solving the problem Golu and URL shortener. The difficulty level for this problem is simple and the prerequisites required are none. This is your educator Ansh and I hope you like my video. Let's proceed to the problem statement. Okay, let's try to understand the problem statement. So, my Golu is a student of computer engineering and he decided to make a project for himself. So he started working on URL shorteners. While working on the project, he got confused. You're a friend of Golu, so he asked you for help. You have given a link and you have to convert it into a short link using an algorithm given by Goli. Your task is simple. You are given you have to find three most occurring alphabets A1, A2, A3 with three counts N1, N2, N3 in the original link. Then shorten the link to this required format followed by the alphabets such as A1, N1, A2, N2 and A3, N3. So if the original link was suppose say facebook.com, and as I can see my most occurring elements are O, which is occurring 4 times, which is nothing but 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I write O4, then next occurring element is C, so C that 2 and next occurring element is E, so E is occurring also 2 times. Firstly, if my element is occurring same number of times, then I can just write in the lexicographic order. So since C comes before E, I can write C before E or any such pattern. So let us try to understand the question using the sample test cases also. So here I have my codechef.com. So basically as you can see, my C is occurring 1, 2, 3 times. So that's why I wrote C 3 times. Then my E is occurring 1, 2 times and that's why I wrote E 2 times. And since my O is also occurring 2 times but E comes before O in alphabetical order, so I write E first and then O2. Now for my Facebook we discussed here, right? So it is this particular answer. And then for my string which is SSSSSS, I can see my S is occurring 4 times and since no other string is occurring, I can just write my A occurring 0 times and A occurring 0 times. Because A is the lexicographically first string and it is occurring 0 times, so we have to put that particular thing into such a format. So this is what the question is asking. Now, to approach this particular problem, our approach can be quite simple as that we can just traverse in the entire string, check which alphabet is occurring how many number of times, and take the top three alphabets as our answer. If any of the characters are going to be equal, then we can take our answer in the lexicographic format, and yes, that will be the approach of solving the particular problem. Now, let us see how we can code this particular problem. Okay, let's try to understand the code for this particular problem. So here I include all my necessary header files. Then in my main function I initialize my t test cases. For each test case I firstly create a frequency array that is equal to 0. So basically this will count the frequency count of each and every element in the string. Then I initialize my string s. Then my maximum currently as 0. Then I input my string. Then for traversing the entire string, if my string lies in the alphabet A to Z, I simply increment the particular value of string in my frequency array. Then I simply print the required thing or ocal.n because this was the prefix URL that we had to print for each particular test case, right? Then I traverse for 3 times since I want to find the top 3 values. So what I do is for the top 3 values, I find the listing of the maximum value in the frequency array and that too the lexicographic smallest one. So basically, if my whatever count of the string is occurring maximum, I'll initialize the value of that particular string as maximum and then if and only if my current string which has greater value or which has a greater frequency value than the current initialized string has a value, then only my maximum will get updated. Otherwise, once this loop is completed, then I simply print my maximum as my char of max less 97. This is nothing but ASCII code and character of that particular ASCII code. And then yeah, I print that particular frequency count, which is nothing but A of maximum. And then after initially or after printing any maximum element, I initialize that particular maximum as 0 because that element is used and I have already printed that element. So now it shouldn't be considered further in our calculations and that's why I reinitialize everything here as 0. And then I imprints \n which is to leave a line for each particular test case. Now let us run our code and see whether it is passing through the sample test cases or not. So as you can see, our code passes the sample test cases. Now let us run our code on the actual test cases to see whether everything is working correctly or not. So as you can see, we got the correct answer for the following problem and yes, this becomes a valid approach. And yeah, so now let me discuss what people can do wrong in this particular problem. So yeah, I think the approach for this problem is quite simple, and if the approach and the logic is clear, anywhere else, I don't think in the implementation part and the logical part there are high chances of making a mistake. So yeah, I don't think that thing can often quite like that thing cannot occur quite oftenly, and yeah, if you're careful, you can just easily code this particular problem. This is the learning you get from this video. I hope you liked my video. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.